All right. Welcome, everybody. Make sure everything is running. All right. Hey, Luke. Hey, Kaylee and Erica. Welcome. I'm going to give people a chance to join on in. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Nina and Emma and Marisa. Welcome, everybody. All right, I'm gonna get my stickers out here while people join on in. Hey, Arlena and Emma and Henna. Welcome, everybody. I'm so happy you're all able to join. Let me know how the audio sounds, if anything's too loud or too quiet, or if you want the music turned up at all. Hey, Mom. I love it when my mom is able to join my live streams. All right. Sounds like the audio is good. So I have some stickers sitting around here, my Tulip Field monthly kit, and we're going to be setting up some daily logs today for this coming week to get all ready for the next week. So here's what I have in my bullet journal right now. I got my May monthly calendar here that you guys probably saw me set up in my monthly plan with me. I have my monthly spreads, and then this is the weekly that I've been using for this week, my weekly dashboard. I have a spot for habits, Patreon, finances, gratitude log, and then my shared events and appointments section here that is gonna then be shared with my next week's weekly. Oh, hey Ruby, Isabel, Stefania, Erica. All right, so then here is my daily log, and then my daily log for this weekend. So that leads into what I'm going to be setting up today, which is going to be my daily logs for this next week. I'm going to be setting up probably 2 spreads today. We'll see how long we go for. I'm guessing for over an hour or so. All right. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to be using that tulip collection that I just released. And I think that I am going to do, let's see, I'm looking for my ruler. Thank you. I'm always looking for my ruler. So I think I'm going to do some vertical daily logs today, fitting 4 days on a spread. And I'm going to do Monday through Thursday here, or maybe I'll do like a general task list, and then Monday through Wednesday, and then I'll do Thursday through Sunday on the next spread. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Cherie, Riley, Annette. Welcome, everybody. I hope you guys are having a good week so far. Or a good end to the week, I should say. A good weekend. I'm curious who else is working on their bullet journals right now, getting ready for this next week. Let me know. Isabel says, how are you and your family with the virus? We're all doing good. Jake and I are bunkered down at home. We work from home already, so it hasn't been honestly too much of a change for us, aside from the fact that we haven't gotten to see any of our friends at all. But and then the rest of my family is in Los Angeles, and they're all doing good. Everyone's surviving, making the best of it. We've all been staying in contact and everything. Hey, Anthony, just migrated into your 8th Bujo. That's awesome. Elizabeth said, I'm wondering how to start a new bullet journal in the middle of the year. I just did my migration that I posted around, I want to say like March or April. I just do a migration just like I would at any other time of the year. It just, instead of starting with January, I start with whatever month I'm in. So for me, it really doesn't change things too much. All right, let's see. Trying to decide what headers I want to do for this. I really like the hot air balloons, and I also have these headers here, so I might do some kind of combination of those. But also, you know what could be cute is to do like a blue circle, like the sky, and then put the hot air balloons on over top of that. Hey Oma, welcome. I have my mom and my grandma here. It's a Planning with Kay family stream. All right, I'm testing out some blues here. See if I have one I want to use. Hey Ale. Annette said, do you have any advice for a Bujo beginner? I would say just don't put pressure on yourself to have your journal look any certain way, or, you know, similar to if you're doing art in general, it's really easy to look at people who have been doing it for a long time and compare yourself and judge your own work based on that. And it's just not a fair comparison. So just be kind to yourself. Enjoy the process. And if something's not working for you, don't try to force it to work. Yes, these are the Crayola Supertip markers. I have all my supplies listed down below. Okay, I'm going to use this this putty lid to make some circles here. Hey, Cara. Hey, Mateus and Isabel. Welcome. And I apologize in advance if I am missing anybody's comments or anybody who's saying anything in the chat. I try to look up as often as I can, but I want to make sure I'm not just sitting here staring at my computer screen. So if there's something that you really want answered and maybe I've missed it, you can definitely try to toss it back in there at some point when I'm maybe looking again. Hey Catania, Puerto Rico, welcome. I'm so happy you're all able to join. I've really been loving doing these YouTube live streams. I started doing them just because of the quarantine and wanting to give people some extra entertainment and a reason to stay home, but I think it's something I will continue to do because I've really been enjoying it. Okay. So, let me decide what I'm going to do here. So I have this blue. Do I just want to do the entire circle? Hard decision here. Okay, I think I'm not going to color in the whole thing, and instead I'm going to do something like this. Oh yeah, and if anybody is interested, I have my theme poll happening on my Patreon right now. I haven't I haven't ended it or, you know, settled on the final theme yet, but it's a super close race between an underwater mermaid sort of ocean theme and a veggie garden farmer's market type theme. It's super close. It's been sort of teetering back and forth between those two. So if any of you guys want to sway the vote, I think that the underwater theme is winning ever so slightly right now. But all patrons are able to vote on that. So if you guys want to sign up for $1, you absolutely can. I know that some people feel very passionately about either one. So wanted to let you guys know before I end up changing the vote there. The other themes that were in the running were a popsicles and frozen treats theme, a tropical island beach, a colorful fruit and veggies theme, and I'm trying to remember if there were any more. I'm sure one of my patrons can let me know, because I know I have quite a few of them in this chat right now. My hands are a bit shaky this morning, but I'm managing to do these circles some justice. It is 12:13 in the afternoon here right now. Just going to use my white pen later to fix these little mistakes I'm making. Luckily, the camera is kind of high up, so it looks even better from your angle. Getting slightly worse as I go along. My apologies if you could hear any chewing. I have my breakfast toast and latte next to me that I'm trying to avoid eating too much right now, so that this isn't just a bunch of slurping noises. Okay, let's try to fix these up now. Cherie says, I just ordered an Archer and Olive. Awesome. I love that. All right. Not too bad. I don't do circles very often, but I don't mind these ones. All right, so let me erase my pencil lines real quick. and we'll start to figure out the rest of this. So this is my first Archer and Olive notebook. These have about 160 pages, and I've been using my bullet journal so much that I am almost finished with this one. And I only started this in, I think this is end of February. Where's my first monthly? Yeah, March is my first monthly in here. So I've done March, April, and I'll probably only get through May. So 100, well, and then I also have my quarantine spreads in here. I have my, my, you know, migration spreads at the front, but I've really used the heck out of this journal for the last few months. So this is how much I have left here. You can see it's really not very much. So I'm definitely going to have to think about migrating soon. But usually my journals last more around 6 months. These Archer and Olive notebooks have 60 or 40 fewer pages though. So I think that's also why it doesn't last quite as long. All right. Let me get those hot air balloons back out. And I think I'm also going to get out my, grab this sticker stack back here. Oh, Mia said Archer and Olive has journals with more pages. I actually didn't know that. And before Archer and Olive, I used Scribbles That Matter. Okay, so I'm gonna use these fluffy cloud stickers as well, because I just can't help it now that I've drawn this circle. And I'm gonna start laying these in before I write in my headers. Thank you so much for helping to answer questions. Those of you who know the answers to things that people are asking. Riley said, I just started my first bullet journal and your videos have given me a lot of inspiration. I'm so happy about that. I hope that you're enjoying your first bullet journal. Oh, awesome, Cara. People have started receiving their tulip stickers who are patrons, since Patreon is where I ship stickers out before they ship anywhere else. So I'm very excited about that. All right, let's use this orange one perhaps. Like that. Yeah, international shipping has been, I feel like, a little bit of a mess. I appreciate your patience, Mia. If those rainy day stickers don't arrive in the next week or two, definitely let me know so I can send you a replacement. All right, let's see here. Yeah, I don't really have any plans on using the blackout journal. I would maybe like do a one-off video with that, showing how I might set up spreads in that, and then like do a giveaway. That's something I would potentially do. Same with like the craft paper. I just wouldn't want to commit to a whole journal of that, but I know that they're coming out with the Neapolitan journal, which is like a third blackout, a third craft paper, and a third normal white pages, kind of alternating. Haley, I definitely relate to that. I love to have random live streams on just to like hear people talk. I oftentimes am not even necessarily like paying attention to it, but I feel the same way about having that talking background noise. Yeah, and then I think I'm going to do tulips at the bottom once I have my clouds and my hot air balloons in here. So, let's see here. Yeah, this is my journal, Tater Tati, that I use on a daily basis. So you can see here all my, here's my current weekly. You can see my spreads, you know, filled in and used. This is something I actually use, so. I don't actually have any sort of like other journal that I use for demonstration purposes. If I'm ever using a journal that isn't my actual journal in a video, it's usually something that I'm just giving away. Oh, Kara, 1-year anniversary of being a patron. That's so exciting. I love that. All right, let me see here. Yeah, and if you guys enjoy these live streams, I live stream 7 or more times a month on Patreon. Just in case anyone's interested. For $3 a month, I live stream twice a month. For $5, I live stream 4 times a month. And for $10, I live stream 7 times. And then I usually have some bonus months here, or bonus streams here or there. Kara asked, what theme do I want to win? I think I sort of want the veggie theme to win because my mom chose that theme, or I know she wanted that theme. So I thought it would be cute if the theme she wanted would win for Mother's Day month. But we'll see. I still have faith that that one can pull ahead. It just depends on when I start designing and when I call it. Oh, I'm so happy that some of you are joining Patreon and joining in the vote. And then I'll start the designing process of that new collection, which I also usually do during my Patreon live streams. All right, how does that look? I'm gonna balance it out probably with some little birds. All right, looks like mermaids is only winning by 1 now. And the mermaids part of that collection, because I know some people have talked about that they don't want a mermaid kit. I would only do the tails of the mermaids. I'm not about to go draw like full-on people for a sticker collection, So it would just be the mermaid tails, and I would also definitely put like jellyfish and, you know, some sea creatures in with it. In case that one wins. Tater Toddy says, how do you vote? You go to my Patreon. You can sign up for starting at $1 to vote on the theme. And once you sign up, then the poll will be on my Patreon feed. I just posted it yesterday, so you shouldn't have to scroll too far. I actually think it's the most recent post besides this live stream post that I have on there. All right, so now let's figure out what we want to do for our headers. I was just going to write in some skinny... Oh, I forgot a hot air balloon on this side. Oh, it's tied now. I'm sure my mom is very excited. Kaylee said, can you make a video on how you make your weekly dashboards? In my monthly plan with me's, you can see my weekly dashboards be created there. I've been doing those for the last 2 months, so you can check those out. Let's see, I think I'm gonna have to cover this bird up here. Perfect. I wonder what theme is going to be winning. For anyone who's just joined in, you can join Patreon to help the tied vote between underwater, mermaids, and veggie garden farmers market. I just spilled some of my coffee on myself. I'm always spilling. Okay. Let's go on to these daily headers here. So I think I will probably do this monoline header I was initially thinking. I think I'm going to sketch it out actually first though, so I know that guys, how did you know that I'm actually a professional singer? Just kidding. If it wasn't obvious that that was a joke. Okay, Monday. Tuesday. Wednesday and Thursday. Okay. Should I do like a monoline style with just this pen, or should I do well, actually I don't know where my other pen is, so maybe I'll just do the monoline. I was gonna say, or like normal calligraphy. Oh, it's 102 to 102. All right. Monday. think I can even zoom in a little bit for this lettering. Tuesday. Erica said, what will you do if it ends up exactly tied? I'll probably just wait for it to teeter, like just by one vote. Those are two that I wouldn't do a combination like I did with the springtime snapshots kit. Beth said, when will you stop taking votes? I never set like a specific time. I usually just kind of watch the poll and start to see when it starts to slow down. And then once I start designing that collection, that kind of calls it. Even if it ends up like swinging the other way, I wouldn't start designing a new one. What's your favorite theme you've ever done? That is a really hard question. I'm usually really into whatever my like most recent theme is, but I definitely have some long-standing favorites like the cherry blossom, the crystal, the peony, plants and pages. Besides this newer one, because I obviously right now am loving this new one. All right. I was saying that my preference, I think, is the veggie garden because that's what my mom wants, and it would be like a little Mother's Day present for her. What are you thinking you'd include in the veggie garden theme? Definitely lots of cute veggies. I was thinking like I could make them have little cute faces, but I'm not sure. Probably like baskets and like stands, like farmers market veggie stands. Maybe one of like the little veggie sprouts poking out of the ground. I feel like there's a lot of different ways I could go with it. I was also thinking it'd be cool to do veggies in a like rainbow of colors. So that way, if you want to make any pride related spreads throughout right June, I'm pretty sure is Pride Month. You could kind of like do a do a pride theme with the colorful veggies. Luke, I'm laughing at your comment. Bianca said, do you ship stickers to the UK? Yes, I do. Yeah, in my shop, international shipping is only $3.50. And if you sign up for Patreon, there's, oh my God, there's no shipping cost for Patreon. Keep in mind, though, that right now international shipping is taking a bit longer. It's a little bit more unpredictable. So some deliveries are taking a bit longer right now. Yeah, like I would probably include fruit, like some fruits along with the veggies, as long as they're like farmers market-y. All right. So I'm going to put the date here. And I think I'll probably print. So let's see, the dates here are going to be the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. Is that right? Yes. So the Y goes in the center. Hey Bianca, don't worry, I'm going to be streaming for quite a bit longer, setting up a whole nother spread after this. Yeah, with Patreon, it's like a monthly subscription, pretty much. So you're paying monthly. The first time you sign up, you'll be charged immediately for whatever the current month is. And then the next charge after that will be on the 1st. And then that'll continue for every month. You'll just be charged on the 1st. And you're charged on the 1st for that whole next month. So once you're charged, you'll then be guaranteed to receive that month's stickers. Wow, Daniela's stickers to Germany arrived 9 days after she ordered them. So that's the thing. It's like not all mail is getting super delayed right now. It's pretty inconsistent. It just seems to depend. Let's see, where'd my music go? Am I still watching? Yes. After this, when is my next live stream? I have my live stream schedule right here. So this shows all my live streams. So these are Patreon live streams. Next, my next public live stream is going to be Saturday the 23rd. I'm doing a live stream on my Instagram. And then I'm going to be doing, before that, I'm doing another YouTube live stream just like this one on Saturday the 16th. So Saturday the 16th, I have a YouTube live stream at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then on Saturday the 23rd, I have an Instagram live stream at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Bianca, I don't have any bleeding in this notebook. Okay, so let's think what I want to do now. I'm wondering if somebody recommended that maybe I just use the windmills, and I think I will for this spread. I think I'll maybe leave the tulips out of it for this one. So I think I'll just put maybe like a windmill at the bottom of each page, or of each day. I mean, keep it simple. What state are you in right now? I live in Oregon. Luke said, how do you get free shipping from Patreon? It's just automatic. There's just no extra shipping charge on Patreon. Whether you live in the US or in a different country, you're still just going to be charged the same amount. When do your Patreon stickers usually get sent out? Usually in the last week of the month. So this next theme, whether it's the underwater or the veggie garden, will most likely ship out towards the end of May. All right, I think I'm just gonna put in some check boxes, and then I'm gonna move on to complete this week in dailies. Hey, Gabby. Welcome. I'm really so happy you guys have been enjoying these streams. I can't emphasize enough how much I've really been enjoying them, and just a nice way to feel like we're all hanging out. All right, let me look for some other check boxes. I just need another freebie sheet. Oh, there we go. Oh, somebody recommended a Dutch door maybe for the next spread. It's a good idea. See you, Cara. Have fun. All right. All right. Right there. Chop that off. If you don't want certain sticker sets, like on a certain month, then you would just decrease your pledge. You can also opt out of the physical sticker rewards if you only want the digital files. Nobody's really done that yet. Everybody still wants to get the physical ones. But yeah, if you're like pledged on Patreon and a theme wins that you don't necessarily want, then, well, I guess if you knew the theme, then you might already be pledged. But yeah, you can always decrease your pledge, is what I'm trying to say. I don't always use my little checkbox bits unless I happen to need ones that are that size. Like up here, these ones are shorter, so I could use these bits for lists like this. All right. I'm trying to think if I want to color in these check boxes at all, but I don't think I will. I think maybe I'll just leave it like that. What do you guys think? Should I color these in with something? With gray or with blue? Or should I just leave it like this? Let's see. Gonna wait for your... Leave it, blue, blue, leave it. I always love asking for you guys to decide things for me. I think it's so interesting to see what people think. Okay, it looks like people are pretty split between leaving it how it is or coloring it in blue. So I think I'll just leave it how it is. I'll go with my first instinct. All right. So let's move on now to finish this week off. We had a suggestion to do a Dutch door on this spread, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. I think maybe I'll do... Let's see here. So like for this weekend, I can move this tab here. I have this weekly reflection section, which I'm kind of looking forward to filling out today. So I could do something similar for this week. Have the top be flaps and the bottom an overall task or events. All right, let's see. So let me think about what I want to do here. I could do like a decorative type Dutch door. And then, let's see. I need to start using my pencil to like visualize some of the ideas I'm having. So if I wanted, okay, no, I don't think I want to do it like that. Because this is only going to be for 3 days. So do I want to do a vertical one, or I could do a decorative Dutch door along the bottom? Okay, yeah, I figured it out. I have figured it out. So let me get rid of these. I'm going to be doing a Dutch door probably around here. Actually, let me base it on my stitching. I try to look at where the stitching is in the notebook as well, so that when I'm doing my Dutch doors, it kind of makes sense with what I got going on there. So I think I'm going to do my Dutch door right above this one. Okay, so I'm going to do a horizontal Dutch door like this. Let me make sure I have that on the other side here. Okay, so let's start to cut this stuff out. Let me find my X-Acto knife. X-Acto? Perfect. This will make this much easier. And let me use a bit of scrap paper. These are some weekly printables that I printed for some photos, but don't need that anymore. So I'm cutting off the bottom 13 spaces. This page here. Really don't have to push down too hard with the X-Acto. Maybe a bit harder than that though. Just don't want to accidentally cut through to the other side. All right, like that. And then you want to cut this one off. This is a really close race between the veggies and corals. All right, so I'm going to cut this off very close to the binding, but I'm still going to leave a bit on. That helps with pages kind of falling out when you don't want them to. All right. So like this. So what I'm going to do here now is have probably Friday, Saturday, Sunday, weekly reflection, and then decorative flap at the bottom. So let's start with that. Okay. All right, let's see. I'm trying to decide what I want to do for this decorative bit down here, but I think what I might do is just focus on the top first and go from there. So let me get my pen out and let's draw in our black dividing line here and start there. Okay, I'm gonna make sure that that's visible on this side. Like that. This is in Archer and Olive notebook. I have it linked down below in case anyone's interested. Okay, I think maybe I'll use my big headers, because, you know, why not? These are going to be for my days. Like that. And like this. And then we'll do the same thing on these ones. Let me see here. This. You guys crack me up in the chat. I love watching you all banter. It's just so fun to feel like we're all hanging out and chilling. That's what I love about the Patreon streams, is it's always sort of the same group that's in there. So, oops, that's a little low. But so it feels very personal, and yeah, like it's just a group of people hanging out. All right. So I think that Leuchtturm and Scribbles That Matter have about the same amount. Oh, that's right. Okay, Leuchtturm has more. But yeah, the pages are very thin. Okay. So I like that a lot so far. I think now I'm probably going to use these, perhaps, and stick them above these. So this is Friday. Saturday. Let me see. Let me see if I have another one of these add-on sheets. Here we go. Saturday. Does that look even? Not quite. I don't know if I'm going to be able to really rip this up here. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Here we go. Friday, Saturday. Then this is going to be Sunday. Yeah, that's what I tell people when they ask about recommendations. I say it depends on what you're looking for. If you care more about thicker pages, do scribbles that matter. If you care more about thicker pages and having a design on the front, I would say go for Archer and Olive. And if you care about having a lot of pages and don't care so much about paper thickness, go for Leuchtturm. All right, there's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Here is where we're gonna have our monthly or our weekly reflection. So I think I'm just gonna do one of these banners right over top of this header and use that as my header. Trying to line this up more or less. All right, like that. Yeah, every sticker that you ever see me use, I have designed and made myself. Hey, Christina, welcome. So happy you're able to make it. I decided to do a bit of a longer stream today, so I was hoping that even if people couldn't make it right away, they'd still be able to make it in. Okay, so let me do my header here. I think I'm going to do it in white. Like that. My white gel pen is linked in the description down below. You can check that out if you're interested in what I'm using for that. I think I'm going to do a line underneath all this. Just feels right. See if I can get it to show up. Like that. Oh, that veggie garden is winning by quite a few now. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do tulips on the bottom here. Okay. So, let me decide how I want to do these. I want to put my dates in still. So I think I might do the same thing with my gray, or maybe I'll use yellow. Mix some color into here. Hey, Christina. Welcome. So happy you're able to join the chat. If anybody else is watching but feels a little shy to say hi and pop into the chat, please don't be. I love seeing your guys' voices, so to speak, and knowing who's here. So definitely just pop in to say hi if you feel like it. Bye, Cheryl. Thanks for joining. Stay safe. All right. So there's that. Now let me where am I going to write in the date? Wonder if I have any number circles hanging around here. Try to get this sticker binder out of here. All right, let's see. I feel like I probably have at least some number circles in here somewhere. You would think, with all the random things I have hiding in here. Otherwise, I might run into the sticker room to grab a sheet. The like little circles, the colored ones. Jake is grabbing me some because I can't find any. I did design all those stickers. I have my shop linked down below. It's planningwithkay.com. You can check out all of the stickers that I have designed on there. I've been designing a new theme every single month for probably about 3 years now. Okay, Jake to the rescue. Because I think that these would be cute. Like right in the middle here. What do we think? Oh, now I'm not sure actually. Oh, you know what? What if... Oh, you guys thought that looked cute. But, okay, so there's another option, is that I could do this for each day. I could do, for May 8th, I could do like that. So I could do 5, oh, actually I wouldn't do it in this color. I was thinking I would do it to match the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday labels. So I could do 5, 10, 5, 9, 5, 8. Or I could put them on this stripe. But I think it would look really cute on each side. Let me do it. It seems like people are down. And then if we think for some reason it doesn't look right, I can always just take them off. Samantha said, do you do this for a living or do you have another job as well? This is all I do for a living. This is my full-time job. I went full-time 2 years ago. I was doing engineering. I had just graduated from college and was working in my degree field, but then I decided to instead pursue this full-time. So I moved to Portland with my partner and been going at it for 2 years now. Latoya said, do you think about making any of your kits printables? I'm going to be bringing printables back to my shop pretty soon. For now, I've been releasing them only on Patreon. So all of my newest stickers since the Plants and Pages collection are all available on Patreon. And that's at $15 or more per month. So if you're interested in receiving those before I end up updating my shop to have my Patreon back, or to have the digital items back, you can always sign up for Patreon. Okay, I like that. I like how it matches the headers. I haven't used my number circles in a while, so I think I'm going to stick with that, and then I'm going to save these in my personal sticker stash now. Okay, so this yellow is now just more of a decorative thing, which is a-okay by me. I do really enjoy the look of it. The dot grid is a little offset on these pages. Okay. So let's start to maybe focus on this decoration down here. I feel like it'd be really cool to color in the entire thing with a color, but that also sounds like quite a bit of work. Let me see what colors I have over here. Let's see. See, because like a color sounds like it just feel like it'll be too much color. Watercolor maybe. Getting crazy with it. I haven't touched this with watercolor. I do love doing watercolor, but I just like am always worried about my notebook getting all wrinkly, which is silly because I used watercolor a ton in my first Loic term journal and it never bothered me. But I don't know, I think it's just because it's been a while. Yeah, because I was thinking of doing the long rows of tulips along the bottom and then having the sky above that. Let me see. Let me read all of your guys' amazing suggestions. Oh, do watercolor on a separate piece of paper. Watercolor, okay. You guys are convincing me. I'll go get my watercolors. I was already doing watercolors yesterday, so I even have them out. All right. You guys are making me go all crazy with it. All right, I got some water. I got my watercolors. So I think I just want to do a blue sky with some clouds, and then I'm going to use stickers on top of that. So let's me clamp this down. That'll help a little bit with any wrinkling, but I'm just gonna go off of your guys' vibe, and if you say I shouldn't worry about wrinkling, then I'm not gonna worry about it. So I'm gonna do a sky and then clouds, and then I'm gonna stick in the tulips along the bottom, and then probably have some hot air balloons coming up. So let's find a good blue color here. Let me grab a scrap piece of paper here to test out just my colors, because this is a brand new set of watercolors I just got. So I don't know exactly what they look like. Okay. This gives me the names, so this will make it a bit easier to kind of figure out what color I want. Maybe turquoise blue. Where was that? Oh, this is upside down. Okay, turquoise blue. Let's see. All right, let's try a couple others. Mask the edges with washi tape. I don't know if I'll necessarily need to, but if I do, I will definitely resort to it. Let's see this one. Maybe a mix of those actually will be perfect. So I'm gonna do a little custom mix down here. Yeah, I'm not gonna do wet on wet. I'm just gonna do wet on dry. And hopefully not doused it in water. I'm gonna try to just mix my color well beforehand, add the water I need to, and then just go little by little. Okay. Add some more water into this. Okay, let's see how that looks. I feel like that's perfect. I like that color. Okay. All right, so you think I should do washi tape? What, like on my top edge? Is that what you mean? Because I feel like I'm pretty confident in my ability to go along this line straight. But you guys might be talking about some other edges. I'm not sure. I have a sheet of blank calendars on my shop. You can get them with either Monday or Sunday starts. If you want it with nothing on the, neither Monday nor Sunday, then this is all I have. Okay, I think I'm just gonna go for it. Okay, I'm nervous. Because I think I'm just going to, oh, okay, so maybe I'll do tape along and do a box of blue and have it break the edge a little bit. Okay, well, let me grab my masking tape. All right. Let me just test this tape on this paper really quick to make sure it doesn't want to rip it off. And the freebie sheet that you'll receive when you place an order is for whatever the most recent release was. So you'll receive the tulip freebie sheet for any orders placed right now. And that will be the case until my next collection gets released. Okay. So let's do this. We're really just going for it. This is very exciting. Okay, so I'm gonna do maybe a 1.5 box space around where I'm gonna be painting. Oh, this edge doesn't seem very sticky for some reason. Let me try this again. No, you can't get previous collections freebies. The only time I sometimes send those out is sometimes I'll send out oops sheets with my Patreon rewards, and that will sometimes come with like an oops old freebie. Otherwise, you only are able to get whatever like the current freebie is. All right. That. So I think I'll probably do one side first and then go on to the other side once I'm ready. Or maybe I should just do the whole thing in one go to make it easier. Okay, maybe I'll just do the whole thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it all in one go. Oh, I probably should have raised that flap, but that's fine. Okay. Does Jake have a job? If so, what does he do? Jake also works full-time on Planning with Kay with me. Jake's main job is he's the actual sticker cutter. He's the one who actually cuts out most of your stickers and runs my machines. And he pretty much does all the tech things for me. So he figures out my filming setups and helps set up cameras and set up servers and the printers and all that kind of stuff. But together we run the business full time. All right. That edge just like seems like it's lifted a little bit. But I can always just go over it with some whiteout if I'm not happy with the edges. Okay. Got it all taped up. Exactly. Jake does all the behind the scenes helping. All right. Let's just do this. Hopefully I'm not going to be using too much water. So I'm going to start with this side. I'm going to try and make it sort of darker on top and lighter on the bottom. Okay, this is a pretty light wash, so shouldn't have to worry about it being too dark. And then I'm gonna have my tulips down here, so I'm not too worried about the bottom. And I think I'm just gonna be okay with whatever texture happens, because I really don't want to go at it too much and risk too much water getting at it. All right, and then we'll see how this looks. I'm nervous. Okay. I'm definitely going to be okay with texture. I think that'll look cool. Now the question is, do I want to try to add some cloud type things to this while it's down? perhaps. Gonna let it just dry a touch. Before I keep adding stuff to it. This is actually a really good color match for up here though, so I am quite excited about that. And I think I'm gonna have like layers of tulips along the bottom. Sprinkle salt on it while it's still wet. It's kind of dry. It's only like slightly damp. I don't know if the salt will work anymore. I'll try that on whatever my next watercolor experiment is. Okay, so maybe I'll just try to do some light kind of cloud shapes. I definitely do. Gemini Journaling says, will you ever do a meet and greet? I definitely do want to do a meet and greet at some point. Obviously not in the near future with all this that's happening, but it's definitely a goal of mine. Okay. Just doing some vague cloud sort of shapes here. Then I think maybe I'll do white gel pen on top to make some white clouds. So happy that you're about to get your first sticker set, Emily. I'm really excited for you to use it. I love the crystal collection. It's one of my favorites. Okay, so I think that that's probably honestly it for the watercolor. I don't think I'm gonna mess with it any more than that. Yeah, I'm trying to think before I put my watercolor away on the other table, if there's anything else I would want to do. But I think that that is it. So I'm going to move these out of the way. I'm really excited to be able to peel the tape. It's going to be really satisfying. All right, so now let me maybe focus back on my daily logs here. Maybe I can already peel my tape. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for it. I am just gonna go for it. All right, let me make sure that I'm nicely in frame here so that everyone can witness the tape peeling, because we all know it's the best part. All right, here we go. Ooh. Great start. This bottom edge is not so dramatic because there's nothing there. Oh, that ripped the page a little bit, but it doesn't really matter. Just want to do a little bit of cleanup on this side. Oh yeah, you guys want a little zoom in? Here. All right. So I'm going to clean up these edges. Most of my printables are actually like digital bullet journal spreads pretty much. But I think now that you're saying that, Alexis, I'll be sure to put some lettering practice sheets and some organizational worksheets up. I've been wanting to do some, especially since we're all quarantined right now. So I'm going to get on that. Oh yeah, Jake's just suggested that we could maybe do like a Zoom meet and greet. Do a little virtual video chat. Meet and greet and get to just like see everyone's faces. Hang out. Make some bullet journal spreads together. All right, I'm just gonna clean up all my edges here. Just like that. Jake, they really like your idea.
What's that?
The Zoom meet and greet.
Oh yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Do you need a water or anything?
Yeah. Maybe some Arizona. Yeah. A little Zoom with coffee. Just have a little Zoom coffee date. That would be so wholesome. Okay, I'm gonna see about making this happen, guys. We'll get something figured out. Will you be doing live streams even after quarantine? Yes, I definitely will be. Livia asked, does Jake Bujo? He does. He does it very differently than I do. His is a lot, you know, he has a Loic term that is his journal. It's a lot more freeform, and he uses it mostly for note taking because he's always looking at videos on cinematography and loads of other stuff. Jake's always learning new things, so his looks a lot different. Luna is asleep over by the window. She's enjoying her little sleep spot. Luna's favorite spot isn't my desk anymore, unfortunately. All right, so the paper handled this watercolor really, really well. There's really barely any curling. It's even still a little bit wet, and very happy about that. Yeah, we've actually talked about doing some sort of video with Jake. You know, like, I don't know. We've talked about that. So the fact that you guys would maybe be interested in that, maybe we'll make that happen. Because I think it'd be cute to do like a plan with me where it's like we're both planning. Planning with Jake. Yeah, Jake actually has an Instagram account that he hasn't really used yet called Planning with Jake. I'm pretty sure it's Planning with Jake. Planning with Jay? I should probably actually, let me look. I feel like it's Planning with Jake. Yeah. Oh, he actually does have a few posts on there from forever ago. But yeah, that was his bullet journal account that he kept up for about a week. Let me look at 129 weeks ago, 141 weeks ago. So there you go. Planning with Jake already exists. Planning with Jayla. You guys are so funny. The journal I'm using is linked down below. It's a Archer and Olive. Okay, let's stop getting distracted here. So I want to do rows of tulips. So I'm going to have my first row like this. And we're going to have, let me actually see if I have a whole nother Patreon sheet, because if I do, I'm just going to use that and create the same color going all the way across. There's also the digital version of this sheet available on the $30 Patreon tier. So even though I only send one of these, you'd be able to print off multiple and do something like this. Yeah, this is the Patreon exclusive sheet. So in general, this only is part of the $30 Patreon tier, both in the physical and digital versions. I try to send my Patreon stickers as soon as possible. It just really depends on the month. But I know that some people have already been receiving them domestically. It really just depends on the mail. But when I have a more seasonal collection, that's when I try to really focus on getting those out a bit sooner. But that's also why I enjoy making collections that work for a variety of months. That way, if for some reason you don't actually receive it for whatever month I'm using, it's not too big a deal. You can just save it for another month. Okay, I'm looking for a sheet of my pastel tulips, because that would have one more yellow. Okay, here's another one of these. I suppose that will work. I'm going to cut that in half. Organization worksheets are just like things that would give like recommendations for, you know, like a spring cleaning checklist or like a project planning list, like kind of sheets that help you with your organization and aren't necessarily, you know, maybe you could print out and put in your bullet journal, but are more like supplemental. I haven't really made one yet, so I would have to figure it out. All right, so there's that. Let me cut off these edges. But yeah, throughout time, I've just figured out what's been more popular on Patreon, and like the printable weeklies, printable mood trackers, things like that have usually been pretty popular. These are the weeklies that are available on the $5 Patreon tier that are themed for this month. When you sign up for Patreon too, you get access to all past rewards. So these are some of the printable weeklies that I've been using. Okay, let's see. I'm now going to do another row, probably of pink. Maybe this darker pink. Yeah, I'm going to try to do that, Mia. Include long decorative stickers more often, because I also really, really have enjoyed these. They just are so easy to pop in anywhere. Alexis, you can get the digital the printable stickers on Patreon right now. And I am going to be also bringing that back to my shop at some point in the future. But that's more TBD. Should I do this lighter pink in the middle? Might be cute. Why did this one end up so low? All right, like that. And now I'm going to chop off this entire bottom. For sticker paper, I would just look on Amazon. I know there's lots of companies that makes just plain matte white sticker paper. So I would just recommend doing a Google search there, see what has quicker shipping, or what's a better price depending on where you live. Who is my favorite character in The Office? That's a tough one. When I answer, I usually don't say any of like the main characters, although I adore Jim and Pam. I wouldn't say them just because, you know, like of course you love Jim and Pam. But besides them and besides Dwight, Phyllis. I love Phyllis. I think Phyllis is so sassy. Like Phyllis gets what she wants, you know? So I love Phyllis. Characters who like I love to hate are Kelly and Ryan. They're pretty hilarious. And now that I've been listening to The Office Ladies, I feel like I have more of a connection to Angela, just because now I think more of her as like her actor persona. But if you are an Office fan and you haven't listened to The Office, oops, sorry, I was not in screen there. And you want to listen to the Office Ladies podcast, I highly recommend it. Okay. Oh, this is just the paint color chart that was for the watercolors I was using. Okay. Oh, Planning with Jay is in the chat. Yay, you guys are convincing Jay to get on his Instagram game. Planning with Jay. Okay. So, we got that. I am so happy you guys convinced me to do the watercolor here. I really am. Okay, so let's finish this off. I am going to do some hot air balloons, and then I think maybe I'll do a quote in white. So if anybody has any quote ideas. Oh, Luke, you know it. You know I want to do a quote. While you guys are thinking of some quotes, I'm going to throw in 2 hot air balloons right on the sides. I think maybe I won't do clouds since I'm going to be doing a quote. And I'll wait for your quote suggestions. All right, let's see your quote suggestions here. I keep reading. I'm just looking at all of your suggestions. To plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow. I really like that one. I think I'm going to do that. Suggested by Alexis Gage. Thank you, Alexis. All right, let me get my pencil. Let me also look for my X-Acto knife cap, which I'm always losing. Let's be real. Okay, so to plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow. Let me see, can I still see my dots? Yeah. Maybe some hearts at the end. Okay. So I'm going to use my white gel pen, and I think that that should work. I think that should show up enough, hopefully. I also really liked how the watercolor came out. That was definitely the highlight of the spread. I'm so happy I let you guys convince me. All right. Let me look for a different gel pen. We love white gel pen in this household, so they're like all running on empty. Just have to buy some more. Jake is older than I am. I'm 25 and Jake is 32. All right, let's try this again. I think I should have some juice left in this one. Aha, I found a stash. Oh, congratulations, Emily. Okay, here we go. Found a better white gel pen with plenty of juice. kind of mixing with my lead a little bit. And let me erase this a little bit. I do think this might be a little bit hard to see in the end, but I'm gonna follow it through. Because, you know, already here doing it. This is the Jelly Roll, and the other one I've been using is the Uniball Signo gel pen. Let me see if I can... I don't know that it's making it work less. Some gel pens, though, are more likely to try to, like, mix with the color. And I think the Jelly Rolls do that a bit more. I like how this Uniball Signo works better. It's just running out of ink. But I think it's still working a bit better on here. I've never used the Posca paint pens, but I've watched plenty of people use them. And they look like a lot of fun. Yeah, sometimes the key with the gel pens is just to go in and do another layer to get it to really pop. Oh, 109 veggies. Wow. This live stream really changed the poll quite a bit. That's why I wanted to let you guys know, because it was so close, and I'm like, If somebody wants to sway it, they can. Hello. Welcome to anybody who's just joining on in. I will have this available on my channel forever, pretty much. I have the last 2 live streams that I did up as well. So if anyone wants to go back and watch what they missed or rewatch or anything like that, it will be available. And at the end of this, I'm pretty close to getting done here. I'll flip back through and show the other spread I set up earlier in the stream. This has been a pretty meaty stream. Been going for a while. All right, see how that looks. Yeah, garden is the only one that's kind of fading away there. See if we can help it out. The lengths of my live streams just really depend on what I'm doing. When I'm setting up one spread in my journal, it usually is about 30 minutes to an hour. If I'm setting up multiple spreads, it'll go longer. And when I'm designing stickers, I usually go for an hour or 2. Okay. I think I'm just gonna leave it like I could do a black drop shadow on the lettering, but I'm wondering if it looks better to leave it a little simple like this, or if it would look better to make it pop with a black drop shadow. What do you think? Let's see. All right, it looks like most people want to leave it simple. So I think I'll do that. And just leave it like that, almost like it's just appearing in the sky a little bit. All right, let me just finish up these little daily logs at the top here. I think I'm going to... Oh, should I do some white clouds with these as well? Actually, now that it's like this, should I put some clouds in? Gonna wait to see if you guys have a strong opinion. If I should just leave it how it is or put some clouds in with the white gel pen. Leave it, yes clouds, no clouds. It looks like we're pretty happy maybe with how it is. All right, so I'm just gonna leave it. I like the simple way. Good idea. All right, so I think I'm gonna finish off of these by actually making this like a full box. like that. And then, do I want to use check boxes again? I do feel like check boxes would look quite nice in here. Maybe I can actually paint in the check boxes with that same blue with the watercolor. Or I could color them in gray to not compete with the rest of the color on here. I don't always use the check boxes, but I use them a lot of the time. Just depends on the spread. You can see like today I'm not using check boxes. And here you can see no check boxes here. No check boxes here. Just depends. All right, color them in gray. Good choice. Oh, we actually also need them over here. Oh, and gotta do the box on this side. I feel like maybe adding windmills would make it a little busy. So I'm not sure that I will on this one. There you are. In the weekly reflection is going to basically just be a free space for me to write whatever I want. I have a weekly reflection, as a part of my dailies for this week. And I'm probably just going to reflect on what I thought I did well this last week. I had a really nice day of painting and like just a me day yesterday I'll probably write about here. It's just like a part for me to, like it says, reflect on that week. And that kind of helps me when I'm going into the next week and thinking about, you know, what I want to maybe do differently. Okay. Let's put in that checkbox right here. And then we are just about done. Yeah, and another Dutch door. Thank you for the recommendation. Can't remember who suggested that, but follows this month's theme, and I really like how it turned out, so thank you. And the watercolor. This is the real, like, the biggest reason why I just love setting things up on stream is you guys just give me so many good ideas. Is the checkbox list the sticker you have used the most in your journals? Probably. I've been using the checkbox list pretty consistently since I first released them. And I kind of go in between using them and not using them, but I definitely use the checkboxes the most consistently and with every single theme that I do. And I will be doing a flip through of this journal once it's complete. Like I said, I think this will be my last month in this journal. Filled it up super fast. So once I'm done with this one, I will definitely be doing a flip through. Okay. Is that it now? I think so. So here are all of my daily logs for this next week. Again, I've been doing my system where I have weekly dashboards and then daily logs for my actual to-do lists. So here is my weekly dashboard for this next coming week. I have my events and appointments section on the side here that is shared with this week. I then have a gratitude log where I'll be writing in everything I'm grateful for next week, a weekly habit tracker, and a bill section as well. And then these here will be my actual daily to-do list that I'll be using as I go throughout this week. Yeah, for that Zoom meet and greet that I was talking about, I'll definitely be posting on all social medias once I figure that out. And I mean, mostly Jake. Like I said, Jake's the tech guy, so he's going to be in charge of figuring that out. But I really like that idea. So we'll definitely get that figured out, see how we're going to do that. And, you know, just stay tuned on all my different social media. If you're wondering what the best way to stay up to date is, there's a couple different places. My Instagram stories are always a good spot to kind of check in on. I usually am posting things pretty instantly to my Instagram stories. Patreon, of course, always gets really good, thorough updates about everything that's coming out and everything that's happening. And also, I have an email newsletter. You can sign up for that by going to my website, planningwithkay.com, and there should be a little pop-up. You can also scroll all the way to the bottom of that, and there's a place for you to write in your email. And those email newsletters usually come out about once a week and also it's just a good place to get all the updates in case you're wondering when any new live streams are coming out, any meet and greets, whatever. That's kind of all the different places where you can get good, thorough updates versus just waiting for a YouTube video to come out or something like that. All right. I'm just going to see if there's any last questions that I'm going to answer. I can also go ahead and write in actually my live stream schedule for this week here. I have that right here. So I'm just going to... Oh, it looks like I only have one live stream next week. It's a $3 Patreon live stream, which is going to be on the 8th. So let me write that in. Friday the 8th. $3 live stream. And that is at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. For those of you who aren't patrons, our next public live stream is going to be Saturday the 16th. You guys can mark your calendars. That is going to be at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then the following Saturday on the 23rd, I'm going to be having an Instagram live stream, which is another public stream at 11 a.m. So I think that is it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, all of you who have been with me this entire 2+ hours that I've been streaming. Thank you so much. I had so much fun setting up these daily logs here, creating this fun Dutch door, playing with watercolor in my journal. It's really been an awesome live stream. So have a great rest of your weekend, everybody. Don't forget that the links to my Patreon and my shop, everything else, is down in the description below this video, as well as all of the supplies I'm using. This tulip collection is available on Patreon as well. Not on Patreon, in my shop. And that's it, guys. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye.